today's sport. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Play clock winding down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes the play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is for the moment. The 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
I hear the excitement in your voice about this.
A little nervousness, both ways.
Either way, but you know, I've never met a player who didn't go into a game with a little bit of nervousness and played well and didn't play well. Because look, if you go in without that edge, and this game has an edge to it, doesn't it? Then you're really not going to perform that well. Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, over in Lambeau, an update. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players better system so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 61 yards.
And that was his first of the year, and I'll bet he's as surprised as anyone that he hasn't scored more. But what happens a lot of the time is if you haven't scored in the beginning, once you get that first one, they tend to come in bunches.
Here we go.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when he's...
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot
position.
more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second down following the incompletion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there, Some linebackers can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Open man is Holmes. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. They'll look to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And his kick is indeed good. The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And an alley to run. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Green, 39! Green!
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Vikings haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Bears will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's roll those highlights. Vikings taking the field for their opening drive. Under duress, and the pass is picked off. Freeman's going to run it all the way back for the score. The Bears land the first punch. Midway through the first, Wright's going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Late in the first quarter, Gardner's going to get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 5. Bears take over late in the second. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This will go as a loss of 10. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Time to get you back up to Minneapolis as we rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They're going to look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So it'll be first down here after the run. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go! 1, 9.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete.
Here we go! 3-19!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pace. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Pace. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Potter. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Oh, nice move. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard near the 34-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Holmes has got it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go. Try it, 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And now running right through him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. The Vikings on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Well, he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.